So, in a recent interview with the Young Turks, Krystal Ball decided to take a sledgehammer to the idea of vote blue no matter who. And it was really fun to watch. So let's take a look at the video clip and then we'll come back and talk about it.
But if Joe Biden is the nominee, I think we've also got to realize that this whole vote blue no matter who thing is a complete con. Because what do we see? Biden's already on TV with Lawrence O'Donnell saying he'd veto Medicare for all. I mean, they spit in the faces of this movement of young people and working class people who believe in these principles. They call them brown shirts. They say they're toxic Bernie bros, and then demand that they just all turn around and pledge to vote for Joe no matter what. Well, I don't think that we should be so easy in giving up our votes like that. Look, these young people have organized around the Green New Deal, have organized around Medicare for all. The moment that they say, you know what, Joe, it's fine. You can spit in our faces. You can promise to veto Medicare for all, but we're still going to turn out and vote for you, is the moment that you lose any kind of power in this situation. And look, it is a grim situation if Joe Biden is the nominee, but the least that this movement can do is hold on to some modicum of power to say, no, you don't just get our vote. You have to at least try to earn it. And I think that's a really important message moving forward.
But Chris, I got to ask, what's our alternative? I mean, I don't think it's tenable for progressives to threaten to vote for Trump. I think that's nuts. I would never do that.
I would never vote for Donald Trump either, but you can leave it blank. As of today, I'm an undecided voter because here's the thing, Jake. Donald Trump is awful. The next Republican will be awful. And if they always can say, look, you've got to vote for us no matter what, you've got no other choice, then they're always going to treat us like this because you have no power in that situation if you're just going to show up and vote for them anyway. So I know people aren't going to want to hear that, but I think that is the reality of the situation that we face right now.
That video is so much fun to watch. And then later in the interview, Krystal gets asked, okay, well, if Joe Biden goes on to the general election and he loses, they're going to blame progressives for his loss. And then she makes a great point of they already blame progressives. They blame progressives for Hillary Clinton's loss in 2016, despite the fact more Bernie Sanders supporters voted for Hillary Clinton than Hillary Clinton voters voted for Obama back in 2008. So the narrative is just false that progressives cost Hillary Clinton the election in 2016, but they still blame progressives anyway. They still blame progressives. Bernie Sanders is constantly asked if he will endorse the nominee, despite him endorsing Hillary Clinton back in 2016. And so I feel like that's a great point. But she makes such a good point in the clip that I just played, where she goes, you know, they call Bernie Sanders supporters racist, sexist. They compare them to brown shirts. They call them thugs, and then after all that, they'll still say, "Are you still gonna vote for us in 2016, right? You still got our guy? You still gonna vote our guy, right? We'll see you in November." No, you don't get to do that. You don't get to just bash this entire movement and say, "All right, well, we'll see you guys at the ballot box though in November." It just doesn't work like that. It doesn't. And it is okay to have standards. It is okay to be able to draw a line. You know, and some may say, well, what's the line? What is the line? How about the worst foreign policy mistake within the last 30 years, the Iraq War? How about the fact that Joe Biden voted for the Iraq War? Over 200,000 civilians died in the Iraq War. How about that? Is that a good line to draw? How about the fact that Joe Biden wrote the crime bill? It made the line of anyone who didn't it'll put anyone in jail except for the people who for jaywalking. I just butchered that line right there. But and he wrote the crime bill. He voted for NAFTA. He voted for TPP. He voted for the Patriot Act. He's massively corrupt. Money in politics is not something that's getting talked about a lot this cycle. But huge issue. Joe Biden massively corrupt. And that is ignoring the fact that he would get obliterated by Donald Trump. He just would. He would do so poorly. And those debates would not be fun to watch whatsoever. And Joe Biden is an especially weak candidate. And they are still going to say, you got to vote blue no matter who. Vote blue no matter who almost got us Mike Bloomberg. Michael Bloomberg, thank goodness he is not going to be the nominee. But that is the absurdity of it, where people would have made the argument that you should vote for Michael Bloomberg because he's a Democrat. It is ridiculous. It's not how it should work. You should. I would put myself in the same category as Krystal. I cannot say with entire certainty, like 100%, that I won't be voting for Joe Biden if he's the nominee. I'm still a little optimistic that Bernie Sanders can win the nomination, more optimistic than some on that fact, especially when you consider the fact that delegates from like California, Utah, Colorado, and Washington still haven't been allocated yet because they're still counting the votes in those areas, and I think that that'll make the race a lot closer than it looks right now. So don't believe the narrative; it is not over for Bernie yet. So I can't say yet that. Oh, whoops, lights came off. There we go. All right. I can't say yet that I would not vote for Joe Biden, but I would have a really, really hard time voting for Joe Biden. So we will see. We will see. Just because so many of the things that he's done are unacceptable. But you know, bit of a hot take there. So if you disagree with anything I said in this video, you know, make sure to leave a comment below. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. And have a great day.